Hello, how's everyone doing? Welcome to Tassel Tuesday. This is Sherry from Turquoise Dreaming, and I'm here with some tassels for you, and we're going to make one together. I've already got two made and one started. I wanted to make as many as I could tonight. I had visions of making more, but I found out that I could only make three, I guess, tonight. But this is a collab started and hosted by Jovi at Creating with Jovi, and there's several participants, and they'll be all listed below my video, so you can check them all out. Everyone makes really interesting and different and beautiful tassels every week. We do it every Tuesday, and we've been doing this for a while now, so there's quite a few to see if you haven't seen any of the videos. So tonight, or this past week, I brought home from the thrift store some really beautiful vintage sheets, and I always wash them when I bring them home. I mean, they're clean at the thrift store, but I just like to wash them anyway and make sure, freshly laundered type thing. So I was going to put them in a pile, fold them up and put them in a pile after they came out of the washer and dryer, and get ready to use them. I said, you know what, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to do it right now. So this past weekend I went ahead and started some new I've been making them into 18 by 22 inch pieces. For those are that's a fat quarter size for crafting, and I have some bundles in my shop now if you need any beautiful vintage sheets for your craft projects. I have a few packs left in there, but I thought, well, I'll go ahead and start working on some more, so that then when hopefully the ones in my shop will be gone soon, and I'll put some more in there. So I just I didn't want to just put them in a pile and just like, okay, they're just waiting for later. I'm just going to go ahead and make them into bundles and get them ready for my shop, instead of having them sit whole, not being processed. So I thought these are the scraps. I have a pile beside me of scraps. Beautiful, really. Let me show you. Here's one that I used tonight. Beautiful light blue background with these blue flowers. And let's see, this one here is kind of a lighter background with different kind of smoky or dusty blue kind of a decoration, floral decoration on it. Let's see, the other one I pretty much chopped up as far as I cut it up already, but it's this white one. Let me show you a strip or a couple of strips of this one. It was so pretty, but there are going to be some of these in my shop later when I get the new bundles in there. But it's a white background with these pretty pink, blue, and yellow, very spring color type flowers. So some strips are from this vintage sheet. So there's 3 or 4 vintage sheets, plus some of this lace that I just brought home from a thrift store. It's a beautiful kind of dusty blue. And then I also put a strand of pearls that I put together with some pearl beads in these. So here are 2 of them, and we're going to do one together, but I just wanted to show you these, how pretty they came out. And there's one strand of pearls in here, and they're kind of adjustable. I put loose knots in the string so that the pearls could be moved around if you wanted to. Whoever gets these will eventually be in my shop. Hopefully I'll get them in there tonight. And this video is going to be for tomorrow and Tuesday. But I think they came out really pretty. I did a fabric top this time. Sometimes I use the metal loose leaf rings, And my thought this week was, I was making 3 because I wanted to see, I was picturing, I wanted to see what they would look like as a banner. Have you ever seen a tassel banner? So you take some tassels, and you have this. These have this soft, this is a piece of fabric, piece of sheet also, and you would just run it through. You could this is just tied in a bow, so you could untie this and tie it you know, tight on a piece of string, and just have yourself, if you need a fabric or a pretty banner for something, a party, a wedding shower, baby shower, can you picture these hanging, or as decor in a room, hanging as a tassel somewhere over a window, or somewhere in one of your rooms, or just a decoration on a table, across the table in a party. Anyway, I wanted to share that because you know, I think I would like that if I was doing a party. I would like to do something like that. So anyway, that's my thoughts on why I made more than one tonight. I just wanted to show you the possibilities of using those for banners, you know. I think that would be really pretty. So this one we're going to finish off. Let me put these over here so we have some room. This is going to be our tie-off piece. Oh, so I tore this sheet into about 1/2 inch strips, and each of these has 25 strips, okay, and they're 20 inches long. So these are my cutoffs from the 20-inch long. When they were longer than 20 inches, I cut the bottom parts off. So that's what this little pile is. And I wanted to show you some possibilities with these. Like this could be the topper on a tag. You could just staple it on. So that's that. And then I have some longer pieces, and I'll show you what I did with those. Right here, I just sat here and made a few of these little paper clips. So I did, like, this piece was a little shorter, so I just did a little, you know, topper like this for my paper clip. And look how pretty that comes out with your little pieces of sheet, right? Little frayed kind of strips of sheets. And then that's the white one with the blue, yellow, and pink flowers. And this is the blue sheet, and this one was a little longer, so I had enough to tie a bow. I made a couple of those. So aren't those cute to use wherever you want to use a paper clip, in your journals, or, you know, anywhere, a planner, or, you know, at work, to have something pretty at work in your office. So that's what this little pile is here. Just, I was making some paper clips. So right here is the one we're going to work on. So I've got all my strips ready. I just need to get them even. So I was just kind of laying them out like this. And if I see a string, I already de-stringed them, but you know, if I see a string, I'll go ahead and pull it off. Let me put this little pile back here so it doesn't get mixed up with my strips here. I call it fabric ribbon sometimes. So I'm just kind of laying them out to the different colors, and kind of just doing it like this so that I can get them all even, end to end, you know, so that when I pull it all together, it will be even. And like, say if you were to purchase one of these and you wanted the bottom to be straight across, you could trim. You just have to watch out for the pearls, because those are, you might have to shorten them because those are right there too. And you would just chopped. You would, if you just chop straight across, you would chop off the end of the pearls, and the pearls would come off their little string because they're just a knot tied in the bottom there of those. That string of pearls. So yeah, you don't even, if you make one of these, you don't have to put any pearls or lace in there. You could just use vintage sheets and it'd be perfectly beautiful. And I was going to do that, but I had these pearls that I haven't used yet, and I wanted to use some. So I thought they would be really pretty in here. So I did use one strand. And then that lace I just picked up this past week too at a thrift store, and it was like the perfect color for these tassels. So I went ahead and used some of that. But this is what I've been doing, just kind of layering my sheet fabric here, and kind of like I'll put a blue one, then I'll put a white one, and then see, I've got like a lot of white there now, or lighter background, so I'll add some blues now. And just kind of every other. I wanted to put my lace on the top, so I'm going to keep that over here for the moment. And we're just going to finish this one up so you can see I haven't done one. I didn't do it from scratch. You didn't see me tear these, but I cut little slits in the top of the sheet, and then tore, like about 1/2 inch apart, and then cut, you know, I mean not cut, but tore. I like the torn and frayed edge. I think it adds a lot of kind of pretty and fluffiness to the tassels when you use a fabric, if you have the torn edges. And I like the fluffy tassels. I think they're really pretty. So yeah, I just tore my strips, and then I didn't worry about the ends. They're just flat. They're not catty cornered or angled or anything. You can do that if you want. I have done that before. I didn't do it this time though. I just didn't think it was necessary. I think it's pretty just like it is. So I just did that. And then I went and got my lace, cut 2 20-inch strips on that. And that's all I had. And I used the whole, you know, it's like I just got it this week and now I've used it all. But that's what it's all about, you know, using our stuff. We don't just buy it to keep it and you never, you know, do anything with it, right? We buy it to use it, right? So, so I used it. But, yeah. So, you know, I have some light green too that I want to use some more of these sheets and make some more tassels. So I have some beautiful green that would match the greens in here. So when I make some more with these particular sheets right here, some more tassels, I'll just use some of that beautiful green that would match these. But you can see how I'm kind of just layering, alternating colors here. Okay, here's my last piece of sheet. And then on the very top, where's my, I didn't make a pearl for this one. Oh, look at that. See, you don't have to have a pearl. This one doesn't have a pearl. I'll have to list this one separate. The other two have pearls. It's going to be the same price though anyway. All right, so then I have this piece of sheet. See, it was this long, and I have some really long ones. I wanted to save some long ones in case somebody wanted to make a banner and say wanted to buy all 3 of these and put them all together on a string. I do have a long piece. If somebody buys all 3, I'll throw in a long piece of this. And if somebody buys all 3 of these, I'll also, or you know what, with these tassels, I'm going to list them separately so you can buy 1 or 2 or 3 or whatever. But with each tassel, for this particular, just these 3 right here, I'll include, let's do like 3 paper clips with the sheets, the little sheet toppers. I'll include 3 paper clips with each of these. So you get 1 tassel and 3 paper clips for each order on these tassels right here. So I thought that would be fun. And I think I just love those paper clips, and I kind of throw them into orders sometimes when people order from me just for something special. I mean, I would love them if somebody sent me one, so I figured I hope other people would like them too. So, yeah. Sometimes I don't throw them in, but sometimes I do throw them in just to have something special in there. So on these, I'm just tying a little bow, leaving room for the strip of sheet to go through there. Somebody wanted to make a banner, and I don't want my bow to be too big. You know what, I don't think I had that even. Did I have it even? It's way uneven. Let me untie that real quick. I probably shouldn't be taking that long to do this, but I want to do it right? I don't want to just tie it all willy-nilly. So, yeah, let me do it right. Get it even here. Okay, I think it's even now. All right. These 2 pieces were just very uneven, so I was getting a very lopsided, you know, I don't want to have to cut any off, so if I get it even, then I'll leave it. So I'm tying a knot here, and then I'm going to go up and tie another little, like, you know, you start of a knot there, and then just a little bow. I don't tie another knot, so if somebody wanted to untie that, they could and make it, you know, looser, tighter, whatever somebody would, you know, need to do. And then, so I've got a little bow up here. And with the other half of that piece that I just showed you, that I cut in half for this, right here. So that this one has vintage sheets, several different, at least 3 different vintage sheets in it, and that pretty lace that I showed you. So I'm kind of going to decide which side I want for my front. Now here's 2 pieces of lace right here. So I'm going to make this my front so that the lace shows in the front, and then put my fabric face up or face down, actually on my table there, and then I'm going to tie it around the top here and make a little topper. You can use these just like this. You don't have to have the little tie off here. So if somebody were to get these and they say, oh, I don't want that on there, you could just take that off, fluff it out, hang it up somewhere, just like that. You don't have to have this little tie off piece here, but I always put it on. So far I have always put it on. Okay, I just like that little puff top there, but not too puffy. I kind of like a tight puff top. So I kind of get my knot going and then pull everything down. I want to keep these 2 so I know where that is. But kind of pull everything down, make sure it's straight, looks straight. Okay, and then I pull it tight. Oopsie, I grabbed the wrong one. That is not the right one. Where is it? Here it is. Okay, pull it tight and then just tie a bow. So that is also easy to untie if somebody actually wanted to tie it in a different way or something, or retie it. Smaller bow, bigger bow, and then I just let those 2 pieces hang down and become part of the tassel. And they're shorter, but that's fine, just adds to the fluffiness. So let's see how we did here. Get it all shook out and fluffed out. And so here's our front on this one. See that it looks pretty with different, I think it looks pretty with kind of a little bit more fluffy and almost more shabby chic with different layers of, different level or lengths of fabric. Can you see the different lengths there? I think it looks almost more shabby chic with the different lengths, because usually I try to make them all the same length, and now this one came out with kind of different lengths there. I like that. Okay, so here they all are. Hope you enjoyed this week's tassels, all the blues. All the pretty blues, right? And they're all vintage sheets, but there's some white. I made sure I put white in each one because I like that contrast of the white and the light blue, and then you see a little yellow and a little pink in there, and just those different vintage sheets. If you've ever seen different sheets put together, they just look so pretty. So there you go. Thanks for watching today. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see y'all next time. Happy crafting and have a good week.